Timing in Washington is rarely an accident. Last week, she was an Attorney General of the United States. Today, she is a private citizen, and according to the Justice Department, that change in title is enough to keep her out of the hot seat. Pam Bondi was scheduled to testify on April 14th about the one thing America is still waiting for: the full, unredacted truth behind the Jeffrey Epstein files. But the DOJ just pulled the plug. The question is this a legal technicality or a tactical retreat? The facts are these. On April 2nd, President Trump fired Bondi into her 14-month tenure. Now the Justice Department claims that because she was subpoenaed in her official capacity, the obligations vanished the moment she turned in her badge. I mean, one could say that's the reason why. I mean, we all know that's the reason why they really fired her. It's not because of her staunch allyship with Trump, or how mean and cruel she is, or how awful. I'm just saying, the woman is, I'm telling you, she takes the job very seriously, and she is giving Congress a run for their money. So I really don't think that that's the problem. The problem is she was being subpoenaed. And so Trump and everybody figured the best way to stop it is by firing her. So to the DOJ, she is no longer the person who holds the keys to those files. To the House Oversight Committee, she is exactly the person who knows where the keys are hidden. Why does this deposition matter so much? Because Bondi's final weeks were defined by friction. Friction over how much of the Epstein investigation should stay in the dark and what should come to light. Now, we've heard the whispers about the client list and redacted names. Bondi was the one at the helm who those decisions were being finalized by. Now, lawmakers like Robert Garcia and Nancy Mace are pushing back, threatening contempt charges. They argue a subpoena isn't for a title, it's for a witness. And let me tell you, as we know, they are not joking around. Okay, in the case of remember, they're not playing around, because when the January 6th committee subpoenaed Steve Bannon to come to testify, he didn't want to do it, because he too was a staunch ally to Trump, and he was holding down the lines. He said, I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it. But what they did was they held him in contempt, and he had to go to jail for it. And he would have served his full time if his best friend at the time, President Donald Trump, didn't pardon him for all these things, okay? But he did, and now he's out. So they will hold you in contempt, Bondi, okay? And they're going to throw you into jail if you do not come to testify. And at this point, with the humiliation of everything, firing her and then leaking the photo of her picture being thrown in the trash, okay? It's hard to actually turn against them when they're still out there, because they're going to turn against you. Just like, ironically, Kristi Noem's husband is involved in all these scandals, because I'm convinced they also hold things for collateral damage. That's what they do. Blackmail each other. It's pressure. It's peer pressure. Blackmail, collateral damage. That's how they hold everybody to the fire like this, to get them to do such outrageous, never done before, unprecedented things, illegal situations. I mean, these Republicans are kind of pushing it, you know what I mean? So, the new now acting Attorney General, Todd Blanche, is staying out of it. He's telling Congress to figure it out. It's a game of political chicken with the highest possible stakes. If Bondi doesn't appear on the 14th, the Epstein investigation hits yet another wall. At least that's what the plan is. So, is this the protection of executive privilege or the protection of something else? The line between justice and bureaucracy has never been thinner. We'll be watching a House Oversight Committee to see if they force her hand, or if the Epstein files remain a closed book. I'm your host, and this is Between the Blurred Lines. Don't forget to subscribe as we track the shadows in this developing story. And remember, be kind, and I'll speak to you later.